smells so good. My mouth is watering like crazy. Hello, it's me, Coco, coming to you from my new kitchen. I have moved, and one of the first things that I did was check out the local farmers market to see what kind of local stuff I could get. I found a couple great things, and I'm gonna put them together in something that you might not have ever heard of, but I promise you it's really, really good. One of the things that I got was this package of mushrooms that looked amazing, and it had a mixture of lion's mane mushroom, some oyster mushrooms, and shiitake mushrooms. I've never made anything with lion's mane mushroom before, and I asked the seller what people make with it, and he said that it has kind of a crab-like texture and flavor, and that people like to make crab cakes. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love crab cakes. So I looked up a recipe and found Sauce Stash's recipe on crab cakes. I thought, what the hey, let's give it a go. But then I was like, nah, let me not just make that one recipe. I'm gonna take it a step further and make a crab Rangoon pizza. You heard me right. Years ago, I went on a trip to Chicago and got some pizza by the slice, and one of the slices was crab Rangoon pizza. It was so good. I was dreaming about it, craving it forever after that. I've never had anything close to it. But now I'm gonna try to make a vegan version. I believe the first step is to break up the lion's mane mushroom into pieces, so I'm gonna do that. The lion's mane mushroom has this soft, it's like a very soft, spongy texture. And like, look at that. Doesn't that look exactly like a piece of crab right there? And it does smell a little bit like crab. I don't really know. It doesn't smell like a whole lot like crab, but maybe that's not such a bad thing because I was never really a big fan of the actual flavor of crab. I just kind of like the texture, and I love the application of crab cakes. I have finished shredding up all of the lion's mane mushroom, and even though I didn't think I really had that much, look at all the mushroom that I was able to shred up. Doesn't it look just like crab? That's so crazy. It's so cool what you can do with food. You know, I think it's interesting. Before I went vegan, I thought that veganism would be a really restrictive diet and I wouldn't be able to eat as many things if I couldn't have all those animal products. But actually, I have been able to try so many more new foods, and I have such a bigger love of food than I ever had. And I'm cooking so many more new things and trying new things at restaurants. It's been so much fun, and it's really just like such a bright part of my life. So now for the fun part, we're gonna mix everything up together and make those crab cakes. The battery died on my other camera, but the show must go on, so I'm gonna go back to filming on my phone. Did you notice that I had another camera? I really wanted to step it up for you all. I have the lion's mane mushroom. I'm putting in a flax egg. It's a flax chia psyllium husk egg that I made. But I think I didn't put enough water because it's pretty solid. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. All right, so I think I ended up making like twice as much. I'm just gonna put in a little bit of my vegan egg mixture. Oh my God. Ugh. The flax egg wasn't supposed to go on the mushrooms. I'm supposed to put oil on it and air fry them. Okay, well, you know, you live and you learn. It's just the way it's gonna be. So I'm gonna mix up this. It's just gonna have some extra fiber. I'm mixing up the mushroom to be coated in the oil. I'm gonna air fry it, so you're gonna hear that going on in the background while I make the other part of the recipe. It's our dog Barley walking around there, if you hear the jingle jangling. I made some breadcrumbs earlier. This is just one slice of Ezekiel bread that I toasted and then crumbled to make some breadcrumbs. Boom! And then we want about a quarter cup of panko breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs are like, okay, that was more than a quarter cup. Panko breadcrumbs are just like regular breadcrumbs, but they're just a little bit crispier, so that's gonna add a little bit of crunch and bite to our crab cakes. A couple tablespoons of vegan mayo. That'll kind of make the crab cakes pretty moist. We're supposed to make a kind of like Worcestershire flavor. So here's some soy sauce, maybe a little bit more soy sauce. A touch of rice vinegar. I'm gonna sprinkle in some Old Bay for that real crab flavor. And of course squeeze in some lemon. When it comes to making vegan dupes, a lot of times it's not about recreating the flavor of the meat that you're using. It's actually just using the same kind of seasonings that you use for that meat, and then magically the vegan version is gonna taste just like that thing, because as it turns out, a lot of our meat these days doesn't have that much flavor anyway, and the flavor that does have can be recreated. I'm whisking up this mixture. And you know what, I forgot to put the flax egg in this mixture. So I'm gonna put the rest of the flax egg that I had there. Oh my gosh, it already smells really good. Like, you know it's gonna be good when you haven't even finished cooking it and it already is like making your mouth water. The mushrooms have done cooking and they look so good. Look at the mushrooms in that pot, it looks amazing. I'm adding the mushroom bits to the rest of the mixture and mix it up. I almost forgot salt and pepper. Oh my god, it smells so good. My mouth is watering like crazy. I'm gonna add one more thing though. I'm gonna add some hijiki seaweed to this just to make it seem a little bit more seafood-like. I got this from the foreign food market. It's like the key ingredient to making like chickpea tuna salad taste like tuna, and now I'm gonna try to make this crab cake taste like crab with the seaweed. It has the kind of salty sea flavor, and I think it's really gonna add a little something to our crab cakes. I'm just gonna rehydrate them for a minute so that it's not like hard inside the crab cake. And while I do that, I'm gonna set up another thing. I really love the crunch of panko breadcrumbs, so I'm gonna bread our crab cakes in these panko breadcrumbs to make them have that like extra special little bite. I think the seaweed's ready now, so let's put that in. Oh yeah. This is looking so good. Like, I could eat this like just the way that it is, like this. It just like looks like the most delicious crab salad. But alas, we're making crab cakes today. So let's make some crab cakes. Getting a little dirty today. Just forming it into a ball, flattening, spreading, and plopping. I'm just gonna make a few crab cakes just to eat as appetizers, but actually the rest of them, you can just air fry it in lumps, since I was gonna break this up for the pizza topping anyway. I'm trying so hard right now, and I'm so hungry. Can't wait for this to be cooked so I can eat it. I'm gonna cook these in lumps in the air fryer, and then when they're done, I'm gonna come back and show you how I put together the pizza. Ooh la la! I love me some crab cake nuggets. Even better on a pizza. My camera shut off for some reason, but I am making this pizza with a pre-baked pizza crust that I got at the farmer's market. And instead of pizza sauce, I'm spreading on a pickled chili sauce to give it a little bit of a kick and bite. Okay. La la la. Now I have my vegan cream cheese. Oh my gosh. Pretending like that didn't happen. I have my vegan cream cheese, and I'm just gonna scoop this into dollops, maybe so that every bite gets a little bit of cream cheese. There we go. This is gonna be so good. Now I'm dropping on crab cake pieces. I really want there to be a bite of crab cake in every bite. Check this puppy out. Put that in the oven. Preheat it to 450. I'm gonna put the timer on for 9 minutes. And we'll see after. All right. Let's take a look at that. Pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza pie. Now there are just a couple finishing touches. Some crispy strips. Should be wonton pieces, but we don't have any wonton pieces, so I air fried some little strips of a white corn tortilla. That should be good. Now I think that all good meals have a little bit of an herbal element to it, and this pizza is no exception. So what we're gonna do is take some green onions. These came in my last Misfits Market box, and I'm gonna show you a little Korean mom trick. Instead of chopping green onions on a cutting board with a knife like a schmuck, you just cut them right over the thing. Right, these scissors are terrible. You just cut the green onion right over the thing you want it to go on. Oh my gosh. This is going to be so good. I think that's enough, so let me just save this Silpat. I got this secondhand from a friend, and just goes to show you can get almost anything you want secondhand. Let me just cut this up and give it a taste. I can't wait to try it. Okay, it's time to finally try this pizza. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Look at all of that, and it's crab Rangoon pizza. Glory. It's like spicy and crunchy and creamy and herby and crabby. So good. All right, I'm gonna eat this. Thanks for watching this video. I'm gonna keep on making stuff with the things that I have, that I get from my food delivery boxes of Misfit foods, from the farmer's market, and of course from the grocery store. You want me to try making something else? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you wanna see more content from me, hit the subscribe button. I make videos about sustainability and awareness and all the fun stuff that goes in between. All right, so it's dinner time. I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat this. So I'm gonna go. Bye.